Hello there. What is going on, everybody? It is Yoda and some clones in the house. We are going to be playing some Star Wars Legion today. I am running Republic. I got a tank and an ATRT, a little vehicle heavy. Yoda's kind of leading from the front today, and we've got some fun, a little mix of Phase 1 and Phase 2 clones. No battle force today, just a regular Grand Army of the Republic. We're using some really cool new terrain from Terrainify. I have recently done a review on this terrain, and if you want to check it out in more detail, I'll put a link down in at the end of the video and also in the video description. But it's some pretty cool stuff. But yeah, and Sean is running. What are you running, Sean?
Guess what?
Is it Jin Pathfinders?
It's Jin Pathfinders.
Jin Pathfinders again. We've got an extra. You got Sabine.
I have Sabine. I got a Rebel Officer.
An extra Rebel Officer and a turret.
An FD
turret. Okay. Yeah. And then the rest is pretty much Rebel veterans and Pathfinders as usual.
And a creature of habit, sir.
Okay. Well, yeah, little subtle variations. Yes. Subtle variations. I'm running Yoda with Force Lift, Mind Trick, Force Push, Aggressive Tactics, Phase 2s with the Mortar, regular Naked Phase 1 clone with an extra and a Z6, Phase 2 clone with the Phase Z6, Saber Tank with the Laser Turret, and ATRT with the Rotary Blaster. And we're going to have some fun. Let's take a look at the battlefield kind of a little bigger. I'll zoom out a little bit. We put some open spaces in here. There's a lot of new rules out for Legion, right? This is going to be our first battle report with the new rules. I wanted to have there to be some open spaces, so it won't be 100% cover 100% of the time. Although since Yoda has Force Lift, he does get to start with a barricade, so that's going to be massively important. I forgot that I gave him Force Lift. I made this list like 3 months ago, and I'm finally now getting to run it. I'm like, oh, this will work. So we'll have to see how that goes. But we got some pretty cool pieces of terrain here. We got multi-level terrain over on the sides.
And the fact that miniatures can go on them is amazing.
The what? Oh yeah, they can go on. Yeah, the tanks, the vehicles can go on them too. And then again, we talked about a lot of this terrain in the review, but it's also very pretty too. And I don't know what planet we're on, but it's gonna be a cool one. So. But yeah, we're going to get set up and deployed. Sean had the bid, so we're going to be using his cards today. And I guess I'll showcase the battlefield once we do our little battle card mini game, and then we get the battlefield set up and deployed, and we'll see how it looks there. So let's jump into the future. Also, make sure you check out the links in the description below. Always good stuff too. Head over to all of the links in there, social media, Patreon, Crabbok.com, get the free AI expansion, all that good stuff. All right, we are deployed now, and first off, I want to run you through the battle cards a little bit. We ended up getting advanced positions. I turned it around that way because that was his side and this is mine. And then recover the supplies and War Weary. So definitely, War Weary is going to be interesting because Jin has Inspiring Presence, so she's still going to get that range 2 bubble. So maybe some dudes will panic over here, but granted,
an extra officer as well.
You do have him over there too. So you have, having a second commander. I didn't think about that as much, but that's okay because I figured I had some Phase 2 clones also, so I had a little bit of higher courage. I might have been okay. And panic isn't as crazy as it once was because you don't running away, so I don't have to worry about running off the board if I panic. Although for recover the supplies, panic will make you drop something instantly. As soon as you panic. So again, we're using some of those new rules. We talked about some of the terrain here. These pieces are going to be that are totally flat. As long as you're moving and not changing elevation, it's going to be nice and easy moves. This one's pretty smooth going up, so we decided moving along the smooth part is fine. Here, this piece is interesting. So what we talked about is as long as you're not changing elevation, because there's a steps in the middle. If you're going from here to here, it'll be a difficult move. But if you're moving on here and coming across, that'll be just a normal move. So if you're trying to get up to this area, that's going to be not a climb, but a difficult move. Kind of the same thing in this case because it's just going to reduce your speed. If you were speed 3, a difficult move would be speed 2, as opposed to a climb, which would be speed 1. If you don't have expert climber.
And we were talking to, we discussed beforehand, because this is very cool terrain. It's got kind of like a poisonous atmosphere. We think something like this could also been as difficult all the way through.
We could always, we could say, depending on the theme we wanted to go with, it could have just been, like it's all toxic. It's a toxic. Exactly. Although that kind of fits into maybe the condition a little bit more too. If you can tell a story with this for sure. So yeah, so I deployed phase 1 clones, ATRT, the tank, Yoda, both the phase 2s, and then the Z6 phase 1 over there. We've got Rebel vets, the turret, another vets turret, both Pathfinders, and Jin over here, and Sabine over there. She's going to try and blow up these clones, but I want her to come face to face with Yoda, and maybe he will teach her how to use the Darksaber properly. We'll see. We'll see. And that turret too. By the way, I love this paint job on this turret. I love how he kind of lit up it's charging. It's like it's building up speed. So we're gonna get started, and we're gonna do command cards and see how the first round goes. We'll see if Sean has enough. And we can pass now too. So I only have 7 activations. Hey, I can pass. Well, you could potentially, like if I kill like 2 or 3 activations, then all of a sudden you might find that you can pass once in the middle of a round 2.
Okay, fair. Yeah. Right. Hey, I've something to look forward to.
Pretty cool stuff. So we gotta get our tokens ready and have some fun. All right. So I played Size Matters Not, and you played Standing Orders. Gave to veterans to the FD turret, and we started going. So I started just moving some troopers, pulled from the pile a couple times. Got this guy. Decided to run the ATRT away from Bastan so it doesn't get ionized, and then I passed. So I'm forcing you to go again. What's happening now?
I'm gonna shoot the tank.
Oh, with the FD turret.
Yes.
Okay, so I think the tank's gonna get heavy cover from this, because again, any line goes from anywhere.
I've heard about this.
Yeah. This is and there's definitely a line.
Is there anything about vehicles or just
Every unit is just that giant CD case that's a dome, and so. Obviously this corner of that line is here, which is going to that corner. So if you can draw any line from any part of your silhouette to any part of me that goes through, I'm going to have heavy cover. So.
Okay. So I'm going to...
Granted, that's why we made some of these open. So when we're out in the open, there actually may be some shots without cover, but that's why I have a barricade also, so I can hopefully give myself... But that will also work for you as a double-edged street, right? Wait, a double-edged street? Is that a... I don't know. If that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Okay.
No, but
double-edged street. Yeah.
I got the metaphor.
Yeah.
Strangely enough.
Yeah.
I've been around.
It's a banana of 2 colors.
I don't hang out with you. I don't hang out with you enough, Tim. But maybe I hang out with you too much sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what she got there. All right. So we got. Do you have Surge to Crit?
I've Surge to Hit.
Surge to Hit. So I have armor.
So I'm gonna re-roll these 2.
Okay. So yeah, you're fishing for crits here. Okay.
Frill.
So that'll go away.
And 2 will go away.
Frack balloonies.
So 1 will go to a crit.
How is 1 going to a crit?
I have impact 2.
I didn't know that you had it. Wait.
What do you mean?
Oh, because I had heavy cover, I was canceling 2. You were all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to roll for that. And do I roll red dice on this thing?
I think so.
Red dice, baby. It's spinning. It's a blank. You got a wound through on your first shot. All right. Well, at least there's only 1. Okay, so he got 1 wound through on the tank. I'll bring that wound with me. I pulled heavy from the pile, moved forward. I have range 3 on this guy. I could split fire, but I'm going to throw everything onto this one, which is both my main gun and the laser turret. And I'm going to have critical 2 on this shot, which is nice. So a lot of dice here, but no aim. And even though it's mostly out in the open, just this little corner here is going to be blocking it, from corner to corner. So he's going to get heavy cover also. So here's our big roll. We have critical 2 here, and I have 2 crits. Wow, that's good. Whoop, that was a crit. A surge. So I have 2 surges. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3. So we have 2 hits will go away for heavy cover. So and we're looking at 5. And that's Pierce 11. No. There's no Pierce here.
That is a running joke.
Pierce and Morgan. Oh, I would always say you had... It was... Okay.
Block 2.
Okay. Well, how much health does that unit have total?
6.
So I couldn't have killed him with that shot anyhow. Well, because of the cover. Okay. Well, that was a good shot on it. And 1 suppression.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We've moved a couple of units up. We did a standby and an aim over here. He's moved Bistan, shot, and we didn't get anything through. We got another wound over here. 1 wound on the ATRT. And now these guys have moved up because I just had a shot on them. Just taking a shot into the tank. Fishing for crits.
I know. I gotta stop rolling when you talk.
Okay. I see no crits. Do you have a critical 1?
I do, but I don't have any surges. I have critical 2, but I have no surges.
Oh, no impacts.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll take it. That's good. That is good. And you should lose your dodge for moving.
No.
No, I just wanted to see if I could get you. I was just messing around because you grabbed it. Like so, I got it.
It's a whole new world now.
Yeah,
right?
you've got to, when we're drinking scotch and playing, then it gets a little funny. But try that with your friends periodically and just be like, hey, oh by the way, I win 2 victory points because you touched your glass. All right, so end of the round. They're keeping them with vigilance. I moved up some troops. Yoda did finally move up. He let these other guys move up again with guidance. I moved his barricade over with force lift a little bit, and I think that's where we're going to kind of end things out. Just he did get another shot, another wound on the tank, so the tank's got 2 wounds right now. The new cover rules, though, like this guy shooting here, like the tank seems like he's mostly out in the open, but like even just this little part blocking, just like you have to have 100% of your mini seeing 100% of their mini. So basically, even we have a lot of wide open terrain, it's still virtually. Everybody has cover all the time. This might be the only guy who has a shot coming at him without any cover, because he might be out in the open, So yeah. All right. So I played Luminous Beings. Are we at the beginning of round 2? That's going to give Yoda a buttload of tokens, and I gave a lot of surge tokens out because I also have aggressive tactics, and I got my 1 pip back. And Sean played Luminous Beings. Are we? I'm sorry. Trust goes both ways. Yeah, me reading cards goes both ways, and
it's like a double-edged street.
A double-edged treat?
Street.
Yeah, double-edged street. Yeah.
Street.
Trust is a double-edged street. It's a two-way straight razor. Where I shave you and you shave me right before we go into battle.
Sir.
This is getting very
family-friendly channel.
It's getting very disgusting. Let's go ahead and see. You're going first.
I'm gonna go with Jin.
All right, Jin.
Quick thinking. I'll give it an aim and a dodge.
And who's the teamwork with?
With this stand.
Oh, you really want to do some craziness, huh?
And then she'll get aim and a dodge.
Okay. Let's see.
And then I will go basically right here.
You're gonna go there, huh? Okay. How much health does your commander have?
7.
All right, 7 health. I think I'm gonna try and kill him. All right, so I'm gonna go with the tank first. We're gonna aim and shoot.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So I rolled. I spent my aim, and I spent both of Yoda's aims to get all hits.
Right.
And so that's 9 hits on a 4 health guy. I really wanted to kill one dude. So.
Yeah, you got him. I got 4 blanks.
Okay. So
almost
just enough. It was just enough. I'm glad I spent every single aim and that surge token I gave him. Okay. Woo. All right. Well, that's good for 2 reasons. Because also he's a commander. You have the smaller courage bubble right now too. So
I got Jin there.
Yeah, she's right in the right spot, but it's also like if you want to claim that token, you have to kind of put yourself out there. Okay, so this guy was shot. He moved another unit up. Went with Yoda, who did a guidance and a standby.
And Special Forces. This is going to be POW.
It'll be POW. Oh, because Bistan has one. Yep. That's reasonable.
Oh, that's a speed. That's a speed 2's in my hand. So, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have line of sight. All right.
So standby range is two for most people.
Right.
So you don't have to worry too much about a lot of that.
All right. So basically, I'm gonna get. Yeah.
You're just gonna move up
Yeah.
a hair so you can get to range 3.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I can still shoot you because I've got a range 3 gun out the back, but
Okay.
you're staying out of range 2 for standby.
Yo.
Okay.
All right.
Probably wouldn't waste it on a rear shot out of a HERT, to be honest with you. Probably wouldn't go. But hey,
You never know.
you do you, buddy. All right, let's see what happens here. You got armor to get through.
4, 6.
You don't got any impacts.
2, 4, 6, 8 POW.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
I got 2 crits.
2 crits. Okay. I guess. And we already determined that you're going to be not. I'm not going to have cover from this. Can I borrow one of your white defense dice?
Absolutely.
Yours are the best. Didn't I just let you borrow one too? I don't think you gave it back to me. I think I'm taking this one
I
back.
rolled it separately.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm going to take 2 wounds.
I did give me the dice back. Give me my dice back.
Yeah, you can have that. It's crap. It doesn't work for me. All right. There we go. We're up to 3 now.
Is that his? No, 4 is.
Yeah, he's not. He's fine. He's okay. All right, so I moved some clone troopers up. Sabine moved to engage them. It triggered Yoda's standby, so they punched, got another wound on Sabine. She cut down with the Darksaber. Was going to have a bunch of them dead, but then I spent Yoda's 2 dodges to cancel some of those, so I only lost 1 trooper in that Darksaber assault. So it was actually a wound for a wound, so I'll take that against Sabine any day. But I had to spend the dodges off of Yoda, which I wanted to use for the outmaneuvering tank. So Bastan fired again, got another wound through, which is going to give me one of these beautiful luxury playstyle. Use code Crabbok VIP to save 15% tokens, which is one of the new lines. So we've got an ion token on the tank now. I had to move this guy around because I was going to try and go here and shoot, and I forgot that the vehicles block line of sight. So, I was like, oh, goodness. All right, let me just back him up and kind of gear this ATR. This ATRT is not doing much of anything this game. Okay, so beginning of round 3, I went with Size Matters Not again since it was returned to my hand. And we have, and he played Complete the Mission, which is really interesting because Yoda is in position to potentially make these guys panic. And now, of course, with Complete the Mission, they're not able to panic, which I think is very, very cool. So, pretty cool play there, Bubba. Pretty cool play.
I have to make up for dumbly losing my turret.
Oh yeah, you lost the turret and the commander, but you still got Jin, and you got some good command cards still. I can never take out Jin. So, all right. And I got an ion on the tank, too, which is always a bummer. All right, well, I'm probably going to have to go with Yoda first, but I'm still not sure just yet. He's right here. And is he going to be able to make it all the way over there? We'll see. All right, so I double moved Yoda and pushed a barricade out here to the middle of the battlefield. And I force pushed these guys off that objective a little bit closer to my forces and cohesified them a little bit out in the open here. Might be interesting. Yoda might die this turn, but I figured I had to kind of go for that. I had to go for the Hail Mary and hope that Yoda can just, manage. I mean, he's got Surge for defense, so he'll be kind of hard to kill,
He had Surge for defense?
Yeah, he's permanently got
defense?
it. And he's got 12 health, so.
He has 5.
Oh yeah, but I mean in my heart he's got 12 health.
Yeah,
All right, and I left Sean with some tough decisions. All right, I was gonna let this fly by, but but no, because this doesn't happen too often. I think it's the first time it's ever happened. So I just killed Sabine. I had these guys over here. They had 1 surge token. I pulled a core from the pile, and I'm like, let's go with these guys. Let's have them aim and punch before she cuts them down with the Darksaber. And she had 2 wounds on her. They rolled 2 hits and a surge. I spent an aim for the blank, and it was a hit, and I spent the 1 surge, so 4 hits. And he rolled
3 blanks?
3 blanks, and it killed Sabine. So, these guys, and they're the 332nd, right? Those were Ahsoka's loyal troops. Maybe Ahsoka told them a little bit about fighting Mandalorians.
Yeah.
There's a story there.
Sure.
He's so mad right now. He's salty.
I'm actually a little salty.
He went into my kitchen, grabbed my salt shaker, and threw it all over my playmat.
No, I'm not going to do that. It's a beautiful playmat.
Yeah.
Beautiful terrain, beautiful
playmat. That could be the play of the game, because now there's an objective within claiming range, and that can give me the swing. So now I can back off. But I probably won't, because I still want to kill all of his stuff. But that definitely changes the focus for the rest of this game, as to he moved to engage Yoda over here, and I don't have to go for that middle one anymore. Pretty swingy play. I've got 1 claimed objective, this one unclaimed. That one's now unclaimed. We'll see what happens. All right, so end of the round. We got some things happening. I'm playing There Is No Try. You're playing Rebellious. That's not a bad one for Jins. It says Yoda and a trooper unit. They'll gain outmaneuver and relentless, which is cool. When Yoda issues an order to a trooper unit. Oh, so Yoda also gets outmaneuver and relentless, which is.
Does this do anything else?
And then they also get a dodge token, and it gives me Luminous Beings Are We, the one that lets them all use his stuff. That one goes back to my hand. You got a 1 pip, I got a 2 pip. But at the end, I've got just 2 guys left over here on the clone, the phase 2 clones. Jin moved up to touch that. We got some shots in on these rebel veterans there. Some shots in on here. Tank is 2 hits from death. This guy's 2 hits from death. So, and they're both stunned, or they have the damaged, where they have a chance to lose in action. So not the most fun stuff going on right now, but I'm going to issue my orders. And who's getting yours? It's just Jin, right?
Jin and
you're going to HQ uplink? Okay. And then mine's going to go to Yoda and
Trooper.
a trooper unit that I want to have a dodge token and outmaneuver and relentless. I feel conflicted because there's a big part of me that wants to have these guys be able to move and shoot with relentless. But then again, maybe I want those guys to be able to get the heck out of there. You know, they could move up to the objective, get a free shot, and then claim. That's an idea. But then I wouldn't be able to fire the heavy if I did that. Oh my goodness, I am so confused. All right, so Jin moved up here to try to threaten these guys, but she's now activated and done her 1 pip. I had the option of maybe doing Yoda, but I was like, oh, I could force push these guys away, maybe attack them with suppressive out of her bubble, because again, we're war weary, and while she's got a +1, it's still only range 2. So I could force push them out of range 2 bubble and maybe make them panic and drop the objective. But I'm engaged with these 2 guys, so I would need to force push twice. I don't have the command card for that right now. So a little tricky to know exactly what to do with Yoda. So I decided, I pulled from the pile and I drew a core. I moved these other guys up to take a shot here. And instead of these guys having relentless and being able to take advantage of that right now, I decided to use them for fire support, which means phase 1 supported by phase 2 clones. I will be able to spend 1 of the surges at least. And I've got this mountain of dice. I haven't even rolled them yet. It's 9 black and 12 white onto an objective holder through heavy cover with a dodge. I need a lot to make this work, and there's 2 things about this shot that are super important. If I can kill them, that's huge. But also I'll stop them from threatening this unit, which is hopefully going to be able to claim that objective maybe this turn. So we're going to see. Oh gosh, I'm dropping tokens. Okay, so after that mountain of dice, we got 1 dude through all of that. It ended up being 6 through heavy cover. 2 went away. And then he dodged 1 and then blocked 2 with 2 out of 3 white dice saved. I mean, I had to try, but oh my gosh, that hurts. That hurts.
I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah, rally first. See how many actions you get. Oh, only 1 action, so that's something at least.
Yeah, they're gonna
fire.
No.
No? Are they gonna move? You gonna move to safety?
Yeah, I gotta move to safety.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, so he got my, what did he get? He got my tank on that last shot. My tank was the last order in the pile, and I just needed 1 shot with it to kind of secure the game. And now the game is still very much up for grabs. I'm not sure how I want to do all this. This is a little wild. So I still have Yoda. I saved him for last. I think I'm going to force push these dudes away. I'll probably mind trick them so they can't do anything, hopefully, because they're courage 1. They'll be outside of the bubble. And then I'll move up here and try to attack them with relentless.
You're speed 1 now.
Yeah, no, I know, but I have a range 2 attack.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah, it's a suppressive attack.
Oh, okay.
And I have relentless, so I only have to do 1 move and then I can do that. So, I've got some options, but I forget I have guidance. I could maybe give somebody, this is actually a great idea, is I could give somebody, I could move guidance those guys, force push Jin, then they get to move away as a standby action to Jin's force push, because standby can trigger off of a force push move. I don't know if I can reach enough. I don't think I can get close enough to be able to reach Jin with that, though. If I was speed 3, I could do it. So that's not going to work this time. Oh my gosh, there's so many crazy questions to do it. I would kind of wish you hadn't engaged Yoda right now. But
you were like, oh, delicious, and now it's caused you way more problems.
I always say that I'm happy when you do something I don't want you to do. It's mind games, dude.
And then they're going to.
And then you're gonna move to engage Yoda. All right, so Yoda force pushed these dudes away. Moved up. He basically guidance. I forgot these guys had relentless this turn, so they moved up, took a shot. I actually got no 1. You got no. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I was trying to plan this whole big thing about standby and all this other stuff, and maybe they should have just shot at these dudes instead. But Yoda ended up doing his move. He got the force blast. He killed that unit. They dropped their objective token, And he did Jedi mind trick on these guys, which put them into panic, but they actually rallied like a champ, came back, shot here, and then moved to re-engage Yoda. We're moving into turn 5. So some things are going to happen. All right, beginning of turn 5, I played Luminous Beings Are We, and I got my 1 pip back, and Sean played the 2 pip generic. kind of guessing what I was going to do. He gave an order to Jin and who else? Oh, you're still figuring that out.
Yeah, I'm still figuring that out.
Maybe a fire support unit. You're pretty likely to pull special forces from the pile. Fire support would give you some options, maybe. I don't know. These guys would get a dodge, but yeah, Yoda's got a ton of tokens, and I gave some surges.
He can't attack right now.
He cannot attack this round.
So I don't need to get the dodge out.
Well, because I might force push those guys away and shoot them with someone else.
I'll deal with that later.
You won't deal with it at all. All right, so beginning of the 5th turn, he did give it to this guy, and thinking he was going to fire support, but it was he pulled from the pile and didn't get one of the 2 special forces. He got the 1 other core, and that guy was actually out of range. So he got the 1 option that wouldn't let him have a shot, and but he thought he was going to have the kill shot on that unit, so he gambled a little bit. Jin's gunning to.
Here.
Okay.
And my fire support into there.
Oh, because this guy's taller. All right, who are you shooting at? These guys?
Those guys, yeah.
Okay. And they won't get heavy cover from that.
No.
Okay. It's going to be a big shot. And you have Pierce 1 on this, right? Because of Jin's. Okay. That's something. Yeah, because if you kill them, I just have to make sure you don't kill all of them. Then they can run away. That should be good.
All right. Search
Crit. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta think about how I want to do this. I got 2 dodges on Yoda that I can spend. So 4, that'll bring it down to 2. That seems pretty good. I think that's probably a safe bet. I'll spend the 2 dodges off of Yoda, make that 2. I'll have plenty of surge that I can spend as well. So, all right, only 2. Let's roll. I got 1, so 1 will die.
2 will die.
Oh, because it was Pierce. Yeah. Okay, so a couple of interesting things happened. We're calling it. Really cool thing. I had Pow's unit and I shot pretty big at him and got him into panic mode, but he rallied out of it just barely and shot, because Jin did a fire support into my 1 unit that was here. They used Yoda's dodge tokens to stay alive, even with the Pierce, but they had a suppression, which wasn't enough to put them in the panic. But we are in War Weary, and so then this guy was able to just see them through this corner, which was a really cool part of this terrain, and got 1 single hit through. It was canceled due to heavy cover, but because there was a hit, there was a second suppression for them, put them into panic, so they dropped the token. They only rallied 1 off, so they were suppressed, but not
panicked.
But not panicked. They could have re-picked it up, but then Jin could have just turned around and killed him again next turn. So I said, let me just let these guys come up and pick that one up. Let's have them instead move up and engage Jin, since next round is the last round. If she starts off engaged, she's pretty much out of the game at this point. All her command cards have already been played. And that allows this guy to pick up both of those completely uninhibited. And then this guy's got this one over here, and then at least just this one. Mortar troopers can't pick it up, like those emplacement troopers can't pick that up. And that means Yoda's going to be speed 3 next turn, since I got his 1 pit back. So we pretty much figured out Yoda can just, even though he can't attack this turn,
He can withdraw. And then
he can withdraw. He can put some more mind tricks on those guys, maybe make them panic. And basically, he's going to guarantee that he can pick that up next turn. There's really no way to stop him. Maybe if you were to withdraw these guys and then hope that you get that you win the tie.
They didn't die, and then I maybe can suppress them to make it drop it, but then you still have 2 and 3.
Yeah, there's a big maybe, and either way, I still have the tiebreaker right here. And so even if you could get that one, that wouldn't even be the tiebreaker. I kind of have, so I'll probably have 4-1. Yeah. There was the slim chance Bastan could stand by and get a shot into Yoda, but Yoda's untouched right now, and 5 health, red defense die, and search for defense.
You would think would be great, even though Sabine dies to clone fits. So.
Oh yeah, so really fun game. This one was it was really up in the air, and it was a brilliant shot here to kind of force them to drop that one. I think if I would have reclaimed, then you would have said now I've got a shot, because I can force you to drop the tiebreaker. Yep. And who knows what else? I mean, because these guys could have shot them too to kill, but now they're protected because of that, and it's really cool stuff. I don't know what worked. What do you think worked well for your build so far? I think you did really good taking out the tank, right? Like Bastan.
The problem is I wasn't able to focus on the clones. It's still a good bonus for you, because it's a big distraction carnifex. I have to take it down.
Yeah. Pathfinders are always pretty well-rounded units, and having Bastan as one of them, like, it's just every time I've brought a big vehicle, you've always had Bastan. Like, I have an answer for a big vehicle. I know, granted, I had 2 vehicles, but this guy didn't do too much because he was kind of blocked by the big vehicle blocking line of sight.
I think this one was more learning lessons and what worked well. I tried to gamble with the leader, thinking you might not shoot him like right away. Try to go for Jin or something.
Yeah.
And I should have shot here earlier to get rid of those clones with this guy.
Yeah, I took a gamble there.
Granted, though, you had all the dodges. I forgot about that.
The dodges would have helped. I figured they were probably safe between 2 dodges that Yoda could give, and heavy cover, and all the surges I could think of between Yoda having 2 from his card, 1 for aggressive tactics to share out also, and then the 2 that they had, 1 for being phase 2 clones and the other one for aggressive tactics.
So, man, it was more like lessons learned.
Yeah.
You definitely, I was hoping to try to split you more, since make War Warrior work better for me. But
yeah, I was hidden.
You moved back right away. So
I was hidden pretty well, and one thing this list could use is a little inspire.
I got stuck in the smaller terrain.
Oh, yeah. And I was afraid these guys were going to claim. Then we were looking up, enhancement troopers again, and reminded.
And they don't get cover. And they used to give cover.
I thought they gave cover.
Yeah, they used to give cover.
I thought they used to give cover. Yeah, we might have been playing that wrong too. It is possible to sometimes play things wrong all the time.
But a fun game.
All right, well that's going to be about it. Big thanks to Sean for playing. Thanks to Terrainify and to Luxury Playstyle for bringing these great tokens. So you can check out links if you want to see any of the terrain reviews or any of that other stuff. We'll have some links over here towards the end of the video. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and Yoda kind of pulled out a pretty cool victory today. Awesome. All right.